I'm Ferdinando Cerciello. I'm a medical oncologist. I am an MD, PhD by training, focusing mainly on thoracic oncology. And from the research perspective, I work on mainly circulating biomarkers using proteomics technology. We're interested in early detection, but also treatment prediction based on mass spec and proteomics science. I am based at the University Hospital in Bern at the Department of Medical Oncology, and this is in Switzerland.
It's a tool, it's a platform that facilitates access to information, to specific information for thoracic oncology. It's unique in that sense because there is no resource, as far as we know, no resource around which is centered and developed for the need of the thoracic oncology. So it's for you. And it's also a feedback loop. So if you access VIKTOR and you're not satisfied, there is something you consider to be essential for you or for the community, you can tell us, you can share this with us, and we will input that and have it included in VIKTOR. So you can participate to the creation and the distribution of the knowledge. So it's an interactive platform in that sense. And the third level, but that's not where we are now, is, as I mentioned before, the idea is really to be able at some point to generate or to create knowledge around specific thoracic oncology question driven by the presence of a model. So create a knowledge that will allow to be also a knowledge base or a knowledge resource unique for the thoracic oncology research. So in summary, it's a tool that helps your research, but at the same time, it's a tool that you can contribute to, you should contribute to, and it's a tool that at the end of the day goes in the direction you decide to have it going, because it's our platform. Behind this, it's a great team of experts and diverse experts from different continents, from different disciplines. We have biologists, pathologists, we have bioinformaticians, we have clinicians. So it's a team effort. It's coming out from the Basic and Translational Science Committee, from the IASLC, obviously, as a major community. So it's really an effort of a team for a community. That's the main goal. It's for the community. And the direction we're trying to go is, well, on one sense, we have already mentioned, we want to simplify the platform, the usage. We want to extend to create this community resource where people can share their models. We are now working with cell lines. As soon as we have the work established smoothly, we will move to next level of preclinical cancer models, maybe more complex. And again, the end goal is really to develop this in direction to be our knowledge base, and that something that can only happen with the expertise of all the people behind VIKTOR, the all VIKTOR team, the all Basic and Translational Science Committee, and the whole IASLC community. So it's again a community effort. So at this stage, VIKTOR, when you walk in through the VIKTOR homepage, you can access a series of pre-made questions, and you have through this question, you have 2 levels or maybe even 3 levels of approach. The first level is you have a series of pre-made questions. They have now been grouped in different topics, and you can just simply click on the question, and then you retrieve a series of information about the cell lines that could answer your question. That's the basic step. So it's the easy way, but it's also the more limited way, because you can only rely on what the question is, and you cannot change that. The second level is if you want to personalize the question. So if you want to dig a bit more into the data beyond this page, you can access the Sparkle code. So the Sparkle is the technical language that so far VIKTOR is using to address the question you have. There you can, in a relatively easy way, if you get familiar with that, you can change some text and so retrieve specifically questions that you have on these cell lines. For example, you are interested in which cell lines do have a mutation in the gene X. So far is a pre-made answer. So you click on the answer and you have the list of the cell lines that have this gene X carrying the mutation. But maybe you're interested to knowing what are the mutation in the gene Y. So you can go in the original code, put gene Y instead of X, and then at this stage you will receive all the cell lines related to the gene Y. The third level, but it's really challenging, it's at this stage, is where you can integrate different questions. So you would like to know, for example, what are the cell lines with the gene X mutation that do respond to the drug Y. You can do that. It's a bit challenging, we know that at this stage, but this is the way you can interact so far. So you have a straightforward pre-made question. You can dig into the background information of this question, or you can start to integrate questions. What we're working now, and it's progressing pretty well, is to remove this complexity of the Sparkle code and to make a plain language that you put your question, and then having the backstage without seeing that all the flexibility of the questions. You can individualize, or you can personalize your question without having to access this complicated Sparkle code. So the current stage is a plain web page where you can click on pre-made question. If you want to have more flexibility, which is allowed, you need to go into Sparkle code. The next step, the next release, will remove the Sparkle code and allows you this flexibility, just putting your question as a plain language mode.